Right, Chief said. So you came in here in 2023 and you're just changing things around. You have already gotten approval for 23 new officers, which the story was announced in December of 2024 last year. When I saw this story, I was like, this is a big deal because we have a huge Armenian community in the city. Can you talk about that? How many have you hired that are already Armenian? What does this mean for the city, for the Armenian community, having 23 new officers? How many officers do you already have? What does this mean for us?
Well, number one, thank you. It means a lot. And it's been a loaded last 2.5 years. We've gotten a lot done. In regards to the growth of the organization, it's something we're excited about. Number one, I got to highlight the support that we've gotten, not only from this community, but from our elected officials in wanting and allowing us to grow the organization. When I got here 2.5 years ago, we had a little bit of a staffing hole, and we've crawled our way out of that. And now we're at a place where we're pushing the department forward and seeing it get bigger. As we grow, the amount of talented individuals and diversity that we've been able to take on has been like an added bonus. And over the last few months, it feels like every other month I'm having a new swearing-in ceremony, seeing people promote, seeing new people come into the organization. And as I touched on, it's been a lot of diversity in that. And happy to say now that half of my command staff is Armenian, in heritage. I've had the opportunity to promote lieutenants at the management level, a few sergeants, female sergeants, actually, that are of Armenian descent. And then even at the line level, our officers, we've taken on, I think, more than half a dozen new young Armenian officers over just the last few months. So we're going to see how that continues to grow over the next few months as we keep hiring new people, but we're really excited about it. It's a challenging job. It always has been, and I think in its own way has become more challenging. In regards to seeing some of the people that grow up, like yourself, that grew up in this community, I have a couple of captains that grew up here, Armenian descent. Now they're police captains here. I think that's really been a big part of what we try to do as a police department in humanizing ourselves to the people that live in this community, engaging them, serving them well, but also kind of breaking bread with them. And I think as we've done a good job of doing that over the last few years, it's allowed a lot of the youth of this community, and in turn Armenian youth, to see themselves in many of our male and female police officers. So I think that's what you're seeing now, the results of that and seeing it go. There's challenges with living where you work. There's great benefits too, right? You really are vested in this community. You're engaged in it. You know it. You understand it. Both its culture, its expectation, all of those things. But there's challenges, right? Sometimes you're going to stop somebody on a traffic stop that you went to high school with. What I really impress upon our staff is to be professionals. I have a saying where I always tell all my staff, be a pro. At everything we do, be a pro. And, I think that's really speaks to setting an expectation of the type of service we want to provide, always carrying yourself the right way, being a professional. And I think if you use that kind of as your North Star and your guiding star, that we're always going to be professional. We want to be engaging with the community. We want our people to feel like we're one of them. But there's a certain level of professionalism that we always want to maintain in everything we're doing and make sure that we kind of keep that dividing line when we're doing our job professionally.
That's a fine line.
It really is. It really is a fine line. But I think it's one that the type of people and the talented people that we are hiring, the educated type of people we're hiring, do a really good job of walking that fine line all the time. And that's the mark we're trying to strike.
In hiring 23 new officers, what does that mean for the people who live in this city?
Number one, I think it shows the commitment of this organization, its elected officials, and this community's commitment to maintaining Glendale as one of the safest places to live, not only in the region, but in our nation. As the challenges have grown for public safety across the region, those 23 bodies allows us to maintain the service levels, to grow it, to make sure that this maintains to be a safe place to live. It ensures that when you have to pick up the phone and call the police, we're there in a couple of minutes, not maybe a couple of hours, and like you find in some of our bordering jurisdictions. So it allows us to keep meeting the challenges that are out there for public safety and to meet them in a way that maintains that high level of service that is part of our reputation.
Today you swore in Matthew. He's a new officer coming in, and then there are other Armenians that are part of that 23 from previous months.
Yep. So Matthew's a great example of what we've been seeing a lot of lately. Over the last few academy classes and in turn swearing-ins, we've had handfuls of young Armenian male and females joining our organization. Many of them kind of born and raised, grown up around Glendale, gone to Glendale schools, even the few that maybe have ventured outside the city like yourself and then end up coming back. And I think they come back to their roots here. So we're taking full advantage of that. And they're great fits to our organization. You see them coming into the organization, flourishing, promoting. I've had also the opportunity to promote a lot of Armenian folks within our organization. It really shows the value that they bring to our department. So we're excited about it, and I really encourage any of the folks anywhere in our community, but including our Armenian community, that want to be a part of Glendale PD, want to be a part of the exciting stuff we're doing, come join us. JoinGPD.com. We're excited to want to bring you aboard.